Well, this week, the Chop Shop crew recorded Mucho Elementos. That's Spanish for many elements.
We recorded elements so Rick can use them to design sounds for the sound effects library.
In our initial Foley sessions, Rick took the lead in doing the performances and collecting the sounds.
Really noisy superhero walking. Robin, can't you carry some of this stuff?
As things went on, Opie and I took over doing Foley performances and recordings. It's Foley time!
Boris and I worked well in Foley because we were different personalities. He was a very good performer, getting everything he could out of the sound, and I was very good at analyzing it and telling him how to do things differently and get a different sound out of it in a way that he hadn't thought of because he was busy doing his own experimenting on it.
Opie and I had some really great moments in Foley together.
We wanted to record robot sounds for the Superheroes library, so we went down to I3 Detroit.
Welcome to I3 Detroit, Metro Detroit's DIY co-working space, or as I like to call it, Nerdvana.
I3 Detroit is a community of people who just gather together and work on projects or their own little hobbies in this awesome warehouse.
The electronics room was a little small, so Rick sent off a team of us to try and find more unique sounds across the shop. Boris, Opie, Oz, and I sort of struck off on our own just to go exploring and see if there were any errant sounds that we could pick up.
One of the incidental sounds that we found while we were there was this big laser cutting machine that had a really great airlock door on it.
We were just pretty much pointing mics at everything that made sound, and I think we got some cool stuff out of it.
Oh, before I forget, do you happen to have any creepy baby doll heads? Oh wait, no, hold on, there's one right here. I found it. Oh, he's holding the baby mama.
I stayed with Rick to record some specific sounds. One of the sounds we recorded was servo sounds. We found this box of DC motors. We hook it up to a battery and then we can control the speed it's going. We also recorded buttons and old power supplies.
Okay, this is a power generator, or what's this? Power supply unit booting up.
All the sounds that they had were so cool.
So when I say make some noise, let me give an example of what I'm not referring to. This isn't making noise at all. That's making noise.
The smaller robots at I3 Detroit were cool, but superheroes ramp it up. That's why we went to ABB.
Today we're in Auburn Hills, Michigan to record some real-world robots. Yeah, I could never really do the robot dance.
It was cool recording large industrial robots. It took a little bit to get into the pattern of the movement.
It was funny because we were all using boom poles. So while we were trying to capture the sound, we were kind of like dancing with the robot, watching where it was moving and then trying to memorize that.
One thing that was really funny was watching all the other audio interns trying to catch the movements of the robotic arm. It looked as if they were almost trying to wrangle some kind of robotic animal. Yeehaw! Come on, get him! Get that blip on his nose! Get that blip on his rear! We gotta get that robot!
While we were there, we noticed that there were two large industrial cranes. Rick had some of us boom up to capture the sound of the motor itself, while others captured from a lower perspective to get the sound of the chains as it lowered.
We were able to get some big hardcore robot and big servo motor sounds.
Rick's been wanting to record electricity for a while now.
We are making a Jacob's ladder so that we can capture the sound of electricity.
And this season, he decided that it was a good idea to pair the Woodsman and the Clumsy one together to play with electricity.
Well, today we are going to electrocute Opie.
Rick wanted Opie and I to create the Jacob's ladder because he knows we have a little bit of a mad scientist in each of us.
The way we kept the ladder part stationary was by stapling it into some piece of wood. Rick thought it would be really funny to pretend to staple me. and it was hilarious.
Camera there. It was funny for me, yeah.
We did a lot of experimentation with the rods of the Jacob's ladder to try to figure out what produces the best sound. I said he should have used a metal rod, but you know, no, don't use a metal rod. That would have been a silly idea.
It was really cool, don't get me wrong, but it was a lot of work.
Remember, kids, don't try this at home. We're what you call untrained professionals.
It was a pretty crazy week trying to get all these elements, but we got a lot done, and they're going to be awesome sounds in the library.
Call me Opie? Ah! You're Opie! That soul patch is stupid!